Yes. We have a go.
Hello everyone, we have the original founder of the Sankara movement from India who has travelled all the way to US for the SEF Gala today at ICC Milpitas. Please join us in welcoming Padma Shri Dr. R.V. Ramani, Ramanatham Ramani. Welcome sir to YoIndiaTV, and how's the feel overall?
Well, it's meeting our friends in the Bay Area. After a pretty long gap of about 4 years, thanks to the pandemic, it's a wonderful experience because all these people have been with us, supporting the movement, supporting the eye care activities in India back home for decades now. And looking at them, coming back and seeing them, wishing them, and also telling them what's happening. Their feedback is so important. What is happening back home? If today we can say that we are pan-India, we can say that we have 11 integrated hospitals and 1 city hospital, and we can say that the next one is coming up in Hyderabad to be followed by Varanasi. It's so nice to tell everyone, look, we've already examined close to around 6 million patients in the villages, and we have performed over 2.3 million free eye surgeries, and presently across India 750 free eye surgeries. This is the 75th year of our India's independence, and you'll be extremely happy to know that 750 free eye surgeries are being performed every day across India in various states. So that is the kind of a feedback what we're extremely happy to share with every one of you.
Really, this is incredible. And you being originally a Rotarian, how did you think about starting Sankara?
Well, before I became a Rotarian in the year 1980, but in the year 1977, 45 years back, we were inspired by the Kanchi Shankaracharyas, who were trying to tell that everyone, the doctors especially, should try to spare a little bit of their time for the benefit of the less privileged. That appealed to me and my wife, Dr. Radha. Both of us are doctors, and both of us were inspired by the words of the Shankaracharya, and we started the activity, the charitable voluntary healthcare initiative, and what was started as a primary healthcare movement later, after 5 years, blossomed into an eye care activity, and since then it is history. It has just gone from one hospital in Coimbatore to multiple hospitals across India. And Shankara Eye Foundation USA, which was later formed in the year 1998 by Mr. Murli and Mr. Sridhar, has gone a long way in telling the people, our like-minded brothers and sisters living in the United States, look, this is the kind of work which is happening back home in India. It is serving all parts of India. Let us be a part of this movement. That's why the movement gained momentum, and together we are all seeing the benefits of the joint efforts of every one of you. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. So, way back, 40 years back, when you thought about this, at that time, the Indian medical system was at a different level versus now, which is very, very modern. The challenges were also very different. How do you think we have moved away some of the past practices and challenges and grown into a very modern India that has the most modern equipment, and Sankara being the examples of one of the most modern Indian hospitals?
Actually, friends, I'm extremely happy to say that today healthcare in India is perhaps at a very top level. India would soon become the healthcare provider for the globe. It is that kind of an activity. We have some of the best doctors over there, highly trained, highly experienced. Their expertise is so huge, and the infrastructure in India is no less than anywhere else. The best of hospitals, the best of equipment, best of infrastructure, young, dynamic team of paramedical staff supporting the doctors. So the entire scenario is so good that healthcare at a highly affordable cost is being provided to everybody. In fact, hardly it would be 1/10 the costs of any developed country like United States. India is fast developing, thanks to our Honorable Prime Minister and the kind of a change which he has envisaged in India. India is going leaps and bounds, and today we can proudly say that we can provide the best eye care to everyone. Nobody will be left without a proper eye care. In healthcare and eye care, we are in eye care, the kind of sophistication we have brought in is something comparable, some of the best procedures. And in a word, if you want us to say that, Sankara in India is a world-class eye care, a world-class institution with a social impact. So it is not only taking care of good quality eye care, we got a social impact. Even the poorest of the poor from the remote villages are being provided a quality eye care. So what we have actually successfully created is a sustainable and a replicable model. That is how we are moving forward. So glad to share with you these positive aspects of what's happening in healthcare delivery back home in India.
So, going forward, what is your vision and how do you think you will be able to implement it? What kind of resources are you looking at?
Well, the hospitals which are coming up is Hyderabad for the state of Telangana. It is nearing completion. Perhaps March 2023, the Hyderabad hospital will be inaugurated. It will serve the state of Telangana. Now, immediately after that is going to be Varanasi. Some of you would know that Varanasi is the eastern part of Uttar Pradesh, and it can also serve the neighboring Bihar state as well. So the Varanasi hospital is the next goal. And already we have a huge hospital in Guntur, that is for the state of Andhra Pradesh. The demand is so huge in Guntur. The hospital has become a pioneer over there, and now a lot of people are coming forward to take the benefit, and we are doubling the capacity. So we are going for a major expansion in Guntur, similarly a major expansion in Kanpur. So what we are looking at is support for the Hyderabad hospital, which is almost completed. We are looking at a major support for Varanasi. That is what we need to start, Varanasi hospital, and along with that, the major expansion in Guntur and as well as in Kanpur.
So, Danen pani na tu kankanaha, this is a saying in Sanskrit, and it clearly means that the beauty of bangles is not in wearing but in giving away. Do something good, give the gift of vision to the people who need it, and help people like Mr. Ramani, who are doing an incredible job at Sankara Eye Foundation to make this happen at such a scale. What does getting Padma Shri, the fourth highest civilian honor by the government of India, mean to you?
Well, it's not just for me, it is for the entire Sankara organization back home in India and Sankara in the United States. It is a recognition. Recognitions are morale boosters. When that recognition comes from our own government at the highest level, then we feel, okay, the work what we are doing is something which is good. So it is just kind of strengthens our conviction on this cause. It motivates us to do much and much more and more. And that is the way we feel about this Padma Award. And we are looking forward to doing much more in India. No one should be needlessly blind. Vision is the gift of God, to behold the beauty of nature. Whatever may be the cause, to be blind is not fair if it can be either prevented or cured by quality eye care. So we're working towards that in this mission.
Thank you so much, sir, for all the insights into the Sankara's work, and look forward to this wonderful gala. Stay tuned in on YoIndiaTV for this beautiful gala. And do contact your friends, spread the word, because good donors can support this good cause. And you can be one of them for sure as well.
Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you.
With such an amount of pardonable pride, I just look back 45 years involvement in this mission for vision. Today, we are a world-class eye care with a social impact. With that empathy, we have made sure that the social impact is now across the country. The first decade, in order to quickly run through, I would like to divide this 45 years into 4 decades. Every decade, what has been happening in the growth of the organization. It was the Acharyas of Kanchi who inspired us and made Radha and myself take up this mission which is now a world-class eye care. So first decade is to motivate the team, inspire the team, build the team. Teamwork need not necessarily mean unanimity of ideas, but it necessarily means unanimity of purpose. Having done that over a period, they went on to the second decade. It was Rotary International which came in a big way and said, can you screen around 1.5 million patients over a period of 5 years? And we said we will. And started the program and named it as Gift of Vision. Today, that 1.5 million screening has gone up to over 6 million patients who have been screened in different parts of the world. We told Rotary, even after the support from Rotary stops, we will not stop with this program. Accordingly, we are now going ahead. We had a couple of our patrons, the chief patron, Mr. G.V. Ishwar, who came in a big way to support the Gift of Vision program during the second decade. The third decade, there was yet another transformation. It was the formation of Sankara Eye Foundation USA. Our good friend, Mr. Balasubramaniam in Coimbatore, he was talking to his nephews, Murli and Sridhar, to start a program here primarily to support Sankara in India, to go from an institution in Coimbatore to across India. So today, most of these people who are in this picture, I see them over here. That is the sustained involvement in a movement like this. So Sankara Eye Foundation USA became the other side of the coin. Our representatives over here, they keep inspiring us and we keep inspiring them, and together we're trying to move forward. So that's what happened in the third decade. The fourth decade was the decade of consolidation. We said we should have a very strong foundation to move forward. I believe most of the jet aircrafts have got 2 sets of engines. The first set of engines takes it to a particular altitude, and once it reaches that altitude, you get a second set of booster engines, which gives an onward thrust. So the fourth decade, we said, we will have a robust organizational structure, we have quality in mind. Beyond numbers, we said there should be quality, because at the other end of the operating microscope, there is someone lying down there. Somebody's father, somebody's mother, somebody's husband, someone's wife, son or daughter. We have to give them the best, uncompromised quality surgery. With that in mind, we started establishing ourselves in the fourth decade. And now we have stepped into the fifth decade, wherein we are trying to see that few more areas are covered. The last replication happened in Maharashtra, that was in Panvel. Mr. Rakesh Jhunjhunwala and family came and joined us, gave us the land, and we could do that. And subsequently now, the hospital is coming up in other parts in India. Hyderabad. Hyderabad is our next replication. The hospital is nearing completion. This is to serve the state of Andhra Pradesh, Telangana. Telangana, as you know, right in the heart of the country, and it has got a huge neighborhood of rural areas, and we are very clear that we will be able to serve around 30,000 free surgeries provided year on year from this Hyderabad hospital. It will be a teaching institution like Bangalore, Sankara Eye Hospital. So Hyderabad hospital is nearing completion, and it will be inaugurated in the month of March, towards the second half of March 2020. Here is an open invitation to all of you. Please try and join us. It's going to be a classy institution, a teaching institution covering the state of Telangana. Next comes Varanasi. Varanasi, every Indian is proud of the heritage of Varanasi. We said let us just do for Varanasi because of 2 reasons. Varanasi can serve the eastern part of Uttar Pradesh and neighboring Bihar as well. So we are starting the hospital in Varanasi. The land has been already acquired. And on this, the hospital construction is going to start on 4th of December this year. So this is how the Varanasi hospital will come up. Having built so many hospitals, we know clearly what should be the kind of infrastructure, what should be the kind of building and equipment, and beyond that, the human resource. Believe me, my dear friends, the human resource required for Varanasi are already being trained now for the past 1 year. They are undergoing training now, be it doctors, optometrists, administrators, staff. You'll be happy to know that we pick up rural girls from the villages, surrounding villages, +2 pass girls from poorer families, and take them for a course in Coimbatore and Bangalore, a diploma course, 2 years, no capitation fee, no tuition fee either. We pay these children a stipend every month so that they don't have to strain their parents. By the time they complete the 2-year course, they are ready to come back to that hospital, say like Varanasi. So they continue to serve their people. This is the human resource development. So Varanasi Hospital, the Bhumi Puja will happen. Now, 2 more major expansions are in the anvil. One is Guntur. Guntur, most of you will remember, that was the first application which we had beyond Tamil Nadu, the state of Andhra Pradesh. The response is so huge, unimaginable. We had originally a Guntur hospital set up in a small little way. All our friends like Venkat and others would know. Then we said we are not able to meet up the demand. Went to the second phase of Guntur expansion, then third phase of Guntur expansion. Now we are into the major expansion now because there is a huge demand. The entire Andhra Pradesh is looking forward to us. From a 30,000 free surgery capacity, Guntur is now going to be 60,000 every year free surgery capacity. That is a major expansion in Guntur. Guntur will be followed by Kanpur as well. So the new hospital is coming up in Varanasi. Hyderabad is almost through. The new hospital is coming up in Varanasi. And that is, along with that, we are having a major expansion in Guntur as well as in Kanpur, where the demand is huge. So it has been a long journey with all of you, my dear friends. We enjoy the journey. We enjoy the challenges. We realize we had to give them the best quality. I just recollect the words of Swami Chinmayananda who came. Look at the thatched building. It was maybe around 35 to 38 years back. He came and he mentioned something very relevant to our approach. He said, Lord Mahavishnu, between Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva, Mahavishnu is the protector. He represents service. He said, I know you guys are looking for support. You need financial support, but just take care of service. That is, see that you hold on to Mahavishnu. Just look at Mahavishnu, hold on to him, keep on serving people. Lakshmi cannot go anywhere else, she has to come to you only. So beautifully said. And we have experienced it. At every step we have experienced it. We are trying to give uncompromised quality of surgery with empathy to every single patient. We are trying to bring in the best of process and systems. We are a teaching institution, right from doctors, fellows, postgraduates, specialties, various subspecialties, specialization. Everything is being done there. Friends, today, we are thankful to all of you who have been with us in this journey. As Dr. and Bharat and Kaushik, the next line of leaders, they have the entire second line are ready to take the institution to the next level. Whenever you are in India, now you have the option of so many hospitals. Visit any of our hospitals. It will be our pleasure to have every one of you with us. I conclude with the words very relevant to all of you and all of us, because we are the people who have been practicing this. It is a famous thinker and philosopher once said, how do you define life? People are born in this world, they live, they pass away. How do you define life? Harry Emerson beautifully defines life. He says, to laugh often and much, to win the appreciation of honest critics, to endure the betrayal of false friends, to love beauty, to win over the affection of children, to make this world a bit better, whether by a green garden patch or a redeemed social condition. To know that even one life breathes easier because of us, that is to have lived. Friends, here is an opportunity. here is an opportunity not to make one life breathe easier, but millions and millions of life breathe easier. When we give vision to a child, we give next 80 to 90 years of productive life. When we give vision to an adult, we make him or her the breadwinner of the family. When we give vision to an elderly couple, we make them independent for their day-to-day activities. They don't have to strain the rest of the family members over there. Giving vision is something all of us have been enjoying. You have to see to believe how someone who gets the vision, the way their life is totally transformed. We are thankful. God does, not everyone gets an opportunity, my dear friends, to get involved in a moment like this. God has been so kind to all of us to take up this kind of a mission. We have taken up this mission. Let us take it to the next level. As Murali said, we need a lot of support. Please try to motivate your friends, others who do not know about Sankara. Let them all come and join. We back home in the villages, there is a proverb. You know, the temple cart in the village is not pulled by one person. The entire village joins together and pulls it forward. Let us make this group of extended Sankara family, let us expand. Let more and more people come and join this bandwagon, and we will realize what we are set our goals.